All right, here we are. Final check-in, first annual Walleye Wars. We're back here on our walleye spot. We got back from chasing some perch. Here with the Rick Smith from the Sleep Inn and Suites in town. Tongue twister, I know. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Doc Sonar. They lended us a nice Lowrance to use. For those of you who have never used the 1990 chip, it's a really handy tool. I know Rick has used it in my boat before, but it's kind of a nice thing, especially when we're looking for these structures on walleyes. It's a chip you put in your Lowrance unit, and you can see the lake in the year 1990, find the structure. They just came out with the west side scan and different things like that, where you actually have the side imaging view, so you can see the rock piles and the old foundations, the old grain carts, that stuff.
The old brush piles.
Yes, right on your screen. So when you get off the boat ramp and you're going to find an ice fishing spot, you just pinpoint that right on there, and you just go right to it. So it helps. It's a big time saver, and it's very handy, convenient. And in Devil's Lake, if you're looking to purchase one of those maps, you can buy them at Newbie's Ace Hardware, Ed's Bait Shop, Woodland Resort, and then over at Drifters Bait Shop and Resort in Minnewacan. So it's a very, very cool tool to help, give you a little extra boost to find those areas and have a little confidence. So, Rick, you're on our tourism board here in Devil's Lake. You're the general manager of the Sleep Inn. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit on lodging in Devil's Lake and how Devil's Lake's embraced the outdoor community, from anglers to hunters, and just what our hotels in town have to offer in that department.
Well, my hotel, the Sleep Inn and Suites, was the first hotel in town to bring in fish cleaning station, dog kennels, and really try to cater to the sportsmen and step it up a little bit, because everything was for the traveler. Here we are in this great fishing community, and all we have are our rooms. So we did that, and it kind of set off a little bit of a landslide. I think every one of the hotels now has a fish cleaning station except one.
And not only are they fish cleaning stations, they're indoor. So, granted, today's a really nice day, but I mean, 2 days ago, I don't know where else I'd want to clean my fish other than a nice indoor heated and cooled fish cleaning station to get out of the elements.
Or if it's summertime, to get out of the mosquitoes. It's really kind of miserable when you're standing out in the open cleaning fish and getting eaten alive.
And on that same talk, I just wanted to show, in case everyone, that even if you're not staying at like one of the hotels in town that have those, we do have our indoor year-round fish cleaning station free to the public use, south of town, right by Ed's Bait Shop. So that's another tool to utilize when you're on your trip up here, even if you're not staying at some place that offers it. We have that there free. I believe we were the first destination, however you want to word it, in the United States to ever have a free indoor fish cleaning station for the public
I've
use.
never seen one anywhere, and
I tell you, it gets used. It gets used a lot.
It's kind of nice. We also added at our hotel, we put in a 14 by 30 building that is strictly for the sportsmen or whoever at our hotel to make a meal. They can stay in the air-conditioned comfort of this building, or the heated, building. It's heated and air-conditioned, and we've got an outside a deep fat fryer, a gas-fired deep fat fryer.
Tongue twister, right?
Yeah. And then we've also got a gas grill outside, so anybody can do steaks or whatever they want. And that's kind of how Devil's Lake is changing. It's all of the bait shops have stepped it up. All of the hotels have stepped it up.
The resorts, the campgrounds, I mean.
Yep.
Yes, we have a lot of great hotels in town, and I know a lot of people like staying at the lake. Personally, I'm kind of one of those guys when I travel. I mean, I hate to say it, but yes, I fish other places, even though Devil's Lake's in my backyard, but still, it's nice to be able to stay sometimes right where you want to fish, and we have all kinds of resorts all over the lake, from the west end up in Minnewacan to just right outside of Devil's Lake, and on the east end of the lake even.
And the people are coming from everywhere. They're coming from eastern Pennsylvania, from Massachusetts, from Wyoming, from Idaho. They're just coming from everywhere, and that's kind of a treat, meeting all those folks and helping them find their way around and do the things that they want to do while they're here.
Oh, absolutely. And it's really nice to have, the hoteliers like you guys that are on board with this and embracing this all, and then giving us that info to, tell us where a lot of these people are coming from. So it's kind of neat to see that statistic.
It is, and they're grateful to be here. The vast majority of them are grateful to be here, and they just love this area, and we have so many repeat people. My hotel is the only one with a package with a guide service, and so I get to see a whole lot more of them than the other hotels in town, and that's kind of cool.
And I know you even help out. I've heard a lot of people at sports shows say they've stayed at your property and other places too, and they're very grateful that you help give them some information on tips for trying different things, what you hear when people are coming into your property and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we're very welcoming.
Our hotel tries to do everything we can to make our guests have a good experience. This is a vast lake, and trying to pick a spot.
It's pretty small in my no.
Trying to pick a spot to fish. You know, if you're looking for perch, if you're looking for walleye, it's almost an impossible task just to walk out, and you'll have to drill hole after hole after hole. So we like to help when we can.
Absolutely. And I know you're very grateful for the outdoor community, and I believe you have something you're giving away today, which we're not giving it away right now. What we're doing when the competition's done, which is going to be pretty soon here at 4, we're going to do an after hours kind of thing. It won't count towards the competition at all, but we just want to showcase to people, you know, how sometimes the walleye bite's best right at last light. And even though we're done with the competition at 4, we're probably going to stick around here till 5:30 and see if we can't put a few more fish in the bucket, just because that's that prime time light. And when we go back live tonight, probably around 5:30 or so, you are giving away, I believe it is it 3 one-night stays?
3 one-night stays to our hotel.
And I've heard a lot of great things about your hotel, so I mean, I would jump on board with that if I was traveling here.
Well, it's a very comfortable hotel. We've got one of the best breakfasts around, and you just won't be unhappy if you come to our hotel.
So, I mean, I appreciate you being on the tourism board and helping out with everything you can, trying to help me find a few walleyes here before 4 o'clock hits. I just wanted to dump out our bucket for the day that we have. I mean, our total fish tally right now is currently at 13. But we did have some smaller ones we ended up throwing back, but so far we did have a pretty good day. I mean, we got 7 walleyes and 3 perch. So in a day of fishing, I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for. And
it is.
I mean, perch that are big as walleyes, and you never get old of looking at that.
No.
But what I really wanted to do was thank everyone that's helped out today. You know, we couldn't have done this without everyone working together as a team, especially Blue 42 and Boomer and Josh for helping, making sure our cameras were running and we had service, and granted we had nice weather, so we were able to keep battery life okay. Wanted to thank Johnny Candle for coming out, being on camera, Kyle for the lending of the Ranger, Zippy. It was very nice of him to come help and see if we couldn't pick a few perch so people could see what Devil's Lake produces for that. I wanted to thank you for coming out here. Dr. Darling for the hat. Maybe it was my lucky hat that turned to let the afternoon catch that big perch, for the pizza. So it's been a fun day. You know, this is what Devil's Lake's about, just getting out here and enjoying it with good company.
And it's the start of something new, maybe, you know, that will continue on.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the good part.
So, well, what time is it right now? Do we still have...
It's,
So it's 3:37. We still got 23 minutes to see if we can't catch the big one. I mean, we know they're here. We just got to hope we get lucky. And fishing, I'd rather be lucky than good. And I hope in the next 23 minutes we can put a big fish topside.
It's the first time I've been away from the office for a while, so it's a great day for me.
I'm not letting you leave then. You're going to stick around till 5:30, and we'll check back in after 4 o'clock and see how it all ends.